Yo guys, how's it going? We are back for another episode where today we are starting out with ourselves having, let me have a double check if I can find my calendar. There it is. We've got ourselves 3 games today because we're on an odd number of games. We're on 15. I didn't realise this in the first episode, so I want to give you guys an extra game for the first episode, but I've only just noticed it. So we've got 3 games today: one against Exeter, one against Wickham, and one against Lincoln as well. So yeah, 3 games for today's episode. At the end of the last episode, only thing that you didn't see is Field saying he was happy playing as a cam if I wanted to play him there, and also I signed this young man from our youth academy. He is Poli, a Italian centre forward slash left slash cam, 17 years old. He's not got the greatest of potentials, but because he was 57 overall, I thought I'd bring him in and see what he can do for the club while we're at this lower sort of level. One thing I am going to do before we get into the first match of today's episode is quickly go and have a scout of Martin, because he ripped our side clean through yesterday. So yeah, let's go into this one and see what we can do with it. Right then, boys, here we are for the first game of the episode against Exeter, where they're highlighting Nicola Poli for the first game. Obviously his debut day for the professional club, but obviously I tried to scout Josh Martin, but unfortunately he's only on loan this season from there, and he is currently going to be going back to Norwich at the end of the season. So it looks like I ain't going to be signing him just yet, but I'm going to get straight into this. I don't know which one of our players, if that is our players, has blue hair, but that looks kind of cool. It's not one of our players. I want him as a player. Oh, it's a keeper as well. My God. Right, anyway, let's go into this first game of today's episode and see if we can have a bit of an improvement. Looking to be the key player today, clearly. And now Brown is the man on the ball. Sangare tried to make the challenge, but it's intercepted anyway. And just very quick football at the moment as McConville is the man on the ball. He's still got the ball somehow, and he's still charging forward. If we can whip a ball into the area, which we have done so, Field has got a header, and it wasn't a bad effort. Because that was looking very dangerous. Sangare's done very well in that position, and we'll play that ball over the top to Poli, who is clean on goal for his debut. Can he bag one? He can! He's the first player under my management that has managed to bag himself a goal. It's the young man who has just came in for his debut day, and he has ran clean beyond our beyond the Exeter defenders. I think it's a ball by Sangare. It's not the shot that I wanted him to take particularly, but it worked, so I really do not care at all as he flies that one into the far corner, and it's a very nice precise finish for the Italian, and he has managed to bag himself his first goal. Hamilton doesn't manage to, and that is a good tackle again from Baba Fernandez, and McConville can try and bring us away with a little bit more composure, clearly. Poli loses it again, but it's back with Hamilton, and he can run forward. He can carry on running forward. It's played into Field, who takes the shot, and it is not the best of efforts at goal. Ball played long from Blackman, and it's McConville who has not managed to play the best of headers, but Sangare gets himself a big foot in here, and the big man in centre defensive mid is charging forward. He's beaten the right back, I think it is, and he can take a shot himself, and it's unfortunately saved by Blackman, but a very good piece of play there from Sangare. Right, Hamilton whipping the ball in from the corner. It's chested down. It's with Baba Fernandez. Came back to Poli, who has taken... That was not... It was decent technique, just a little bit too high. But imagine that if that was a set-up from the centre-back as well to put that in the back of the net. Madness. Ball played long. Lowe has managed to win it. Knock it down to Poli again, who can try. If he had a little bit more agility there, I think he would have been able to take that through the defence. But It's with Sangare, and Poli is again in a decent position. We'll lay it back off to Sangare and take a shot, son, and it's wide of the post. That is half time, boys. We are 1-0 up by our debut day youth academy prospect. A man that I said he has not got a lot of potential, which according to the thing he hasn't. He's only up to a 79 rated, but there's always the chance of him getting a little bit higher at the end of the day if he's putting in this as his first performance. I was complaining at the end of the last episode that our players weren't taking their chances. That was his first chance at goal and he's managed to put it in the back of the net. And one thing I was thinking after I'd recorded that first episode is it was more the fact of our cam and our midfielders that were having the most shots that weren't putting the ball in the back of the net. And this man has joined the midfield, and in his first game and his first 45 minutes, well, not even that, first 20 or so minutes, he's managed to put the ball in the back of the net. So perfect. Ball played out wide to Key. If it's played back inside to Stubbs, probably if I didn't itch my nose at that point, probably could have took the ball off of him with Poli there, but it's Collins still on it. And it's played inside here to Brown, and he's got him back on level terms. That was split defence, and nobody reacted. Nobody at all reacted to that there. And Brown is the man that has put Exeter back level. Very well done to him. And that is not the way we wanted to start this second half. Like I say, that ball should never have been played. Look at how much space. Why is there so much space between the two centre-backs? And then Baba backed off right as he received the ball and gave him even more space. And that is a simple finish into the bottom corner. It wasn't the best place finish, but it's ended up in the back of the net nevertheless. I was trying to play that into Sangare, but interception by Baba Fernandez has stopped them coming back forward from a poor pass from us. Hamilton plays the ball this time into Sangare, and he has a lot of space to run into, and he's ran the whole way again, and he's again not managed to put it into the back of the net. The keeper seems to only want to actually save shots from Sangare, and he is actually playing really well today. Hartridge plays the ball forward, and it is won by the man at front for Exeter. It's Brown playing it off to Dieng. And where the hell did our right back go? Who is our right back? Clark. Where was he at? Because Collins had space, miles and acres of space on that right hand side there. What was that about? Clark trying to close down his man eagerly here. Can't quite do so well enough, but McConville has collected that. We can play the ball. No, we can't. I was trying to play the ball straight through to Low there, and we would have had a decent chance, but apparently not. Sangare doing his defensive duties at the moment. Baba Fernandez a little bit slow on the reaction there, and he is free, Dieng, and he's played it over the top of the keeper. Oh my god. And it's looking like a third game running where we're going to lose this time. We've lost from being in front in the first half. And Poli's goal is right now meaning absolutely nothing, as Dieng slides the ball beautifully over the top of the keeper. I can't really blame Baba Fernandez for that, for the fact that he was on the back foot there. Very much so. I don't know why the centre mids, shall I say, left him to run. But we're 2-1 down, boys. There is 4 minutes of added time, so if we can get the ball back pretty sharpish, which it doesn't look like we have, because Sangare's made an interception here. Poli is the man driving forward, but Lowe needs to be making a run, and he has done so. He's now through the centre of the defence. This should be an easy finish for him, and he has put it in the back of the net. We've not come to a closure on that one. Poli scored the first goal and provided the assist for the leveller. He put us in the lead in the first half, and clearly he was not having the fact that he was letting his goal count for nothing on his debut, as he provides an assist as well to Lowe, who runs free of the defence, plants the ball into the bottom right corner with a beautiful low finish, and that makes it 2-2 with probably the last kick of the game, because it was literally just over 94 minutes there. Perfectly done. Well done, boys. Thank God. And that was it, boys. It was the last kick of the game. Poli has to be man of the match for this game. I don't care who they try and say it is. If it isn't given to Poli after this, he got a goal and an assist on his debut as a 17-year-old, killed the game. The young Italian man is a better prospect than a 79 rating. I don't care what you have to say, he's going to be better than a 79 rated, because he killed the game today. He ran the game for us in the middle. Him and Sangare were by far the best players on the pitch today. Very well done to them both, but especially Poli with the goal and assist, and has to be man of the match. And I've just come to have a look to see who actually was the man of the match, and they've given it to Sangare. He got a goal and assist, this man, right? So did... I didn't realise Lowe provided the assist for the first goal. These two provided each other, and somehow only got a 7.6 rating. But Sangare got a 7.9, and he is the man of the match. I'm not annoyed about that as such. I would have preferred it to go to Poli, because, like I say, it's his debut. I would have much preferred it to be him. But Sangare did have one hell of a game, so I'm not surprised that he did get it. I'm not overly surprised, shall I say. Right then, boys, so here we are. Nicolo Poli is the first question asked about. Had a real impact on the game. Will you promote more young players like him now? I always look at promoting young players. What are you talking about, brother? We have plenty of young talent at the club, which I actually think we do. That's one thing that I actually really like about using Accrington. They actually start out with a very young side, which I really do like. But were you grateful to scrape a draw? No, because we should have been winning the game anyway. I'm glad that the team never gave up, especially Poli. But yeah, we shouldn't have been in the position where we had to score that goal to draw. We should have been winning that game no matter what. But a close game. Are you happy with the draw? I'm not annoyed, because there was very little between us winning the game and losing it. So I'm happy with the draw. I've got to admit that. Right then, boys, so just before we go into our second game of the episode against Wycombe, we have ourselves a little press conference. So can this squad keep you up? I'm going to need to work on the whole squad. I reckon this, if I left it to the end of the season, I reckon this whole squad would keep us up. But I don't think it'd do more than that. Can you get back to winning ways? We need to take the next step. 100% we need to take the next step. We look like we can. Just need to improve a little bit. How will you approach the game? We'll focus on the performance. Yeah, that's what we always do, boys. And here we go, boys. Ready and raring to go. There, man. Daryl Horgan scored 3 goals in his last 3 games. So he is someone that we're going to have to watch out for in this one. But they're going to have to watch out for our new talent in Nicolo Poli. So, yeah, let's go for it, boys. Let's try and get a better result this time and not give away a lead that we hopefully take. And here we go, underway at home of Accrington Stanley. Let's see what these boys can put in today. Hopefully Poli can carry on his very good form out of his debut. But right now, we have a chance to come forward straight away. Delfonso did lose the ball though. Horgan, the man that we told to be wary of. Sam Vokes has just managed to sprint forward, take the shot and bag it for the first goal of the game. Literally just under 3 minutes into the game. And Astley just didn't bother tracking his man there. He just dropped off, let Baba Fernandez chase him, and unfortunately he wasn't quite quick enough to get back in time before Vokes taking his shot and put it in the back of the net. Well done from him. A decent finish, don't get me wrong. It was a very decent finish, but Astley in that position should have been doing better. He should have been tracking his man. He just didn't bother to do so. Right, corner for Wickham, whipped into the centre towards Vokes again, but unfortunately it's cleared, or fortunately for us shall I say it's cleared, but I can't play anything through with McConville, else that could have been a hell of a good attack. Sangare was the man that cleared the ball in the first place. That would have been probably classed as an assist for him, but Baba Fernandez has left his man, and that was a good effort at goal there from Vokes again, but luckily just wide of the post. Who has a bit more space to work with this time, and he'll find Field, who finds the ball through to Poli. Can he bag it? Oh, the young man, nearly. He got himself into a decent position again, and it wasn't a bad shot at goal either, but unfortunately puts it wide of the post. Sangare does very well to help him towards the touchline, but can't quite take the ball with him that far. Right, nearly getting a defensive tackle in, but can't quite do so. Hamilton again trying to defend as well as he can. Gape plays it inside. It's there for Vokes. It's there for Wheeler, and it's a good save by Savin. And now it's with McCarthy. Sangare comes in with a slide challenge, doesn't win the ball. It's now with Grimmer. If he can try, okay, that is not great. Astley has come back and tried to make the challenge. It's there for Vokes, and again he's played the shot wide of the post. Now that we didn't really get, okay, we did get away with it just. Fernandez back out to Perrott, and Poli has made the run again, and he's beyond his man again. He's turned him beautifully here, takes the shot, and again it's just wide of the post. This man is getting into so many good positions, and if he carries on getting into them positions, there's no doubt he's going to score again today. That is half time, boys. Gone into half time, 1-0 down, but after their little flurry at the start of the game where they looked absolutely they were dominating us, there was not a lot we could have done. We've started to get ourselves a little foothold back in the game. We've definitely started to look a lot better, and I wouldn't be surprised if Poli brings up another goal today, because he has been getting into some dangerous positions. He's just not managed to find the back of the net yet. Doesn't play the right pass that time. Right, Vokes into McCarthy. Astley needs to be reacting, and he has done so. As Perrott now to, okay, he's gave it straight to Vokes, and it's looking like it should have been 2-0 there, but the man again, he has had so many chances in this game, and he's blown them all apart from that first one. But right now can't really attack as Mawson has the ball. Poli is chasing him down, and nearly chases down the keeper as well, but Field has it and doesn't get beyond Scowen. It's now a chance for Wickham to come back forward. D-Bar has managed to beat Clark for pace to start with, but Clark has managed to pull it back. It is inside to Vokes though, as Astley again didn't follow his man, but luckily just wide of the post. Now it is with the chance, plays it inside to Hamilton, and it's around the side. Okay, nicely done. We'll play it through to Field, who has done well in his positioning here, and he's inside, unfortunately not managing to make much of it though. And now it's looking like it's going to be a 1-0 loss to us, as we cannot get the ball back quick enough to do anything with it. As I say that, McConville nearly gets his foot in, but that is going to be the end of the game, boys. As I say that, Jacobson is free, and it's a big save by Savin, but we'll clear it, and that will be the end of the game. A 1-0 loss in the end. Poli tried his best. He really did. He had 3 good chances in the first half that he couldn't quite bag. But Delfonso, so many chances that, or not even so many chances that he had just touches on the ball that were not good enough. His runs were good, and then he'd have a shit touch or a shit finish at the other end of it. He just was not on it today. Poli was good. Sangare did a decent job in CDM still. McConville and Perrott did very good on the left hand side. But apart from that, can't really praise too much of the other players. I'd easily praise the rest of the defence, because we only conceded the one right at the start of the game. But at the same time, Vokes did have a lot of chances. He just didn't put them in the back of the net. Right then, here you go. Post-match interview. How can Accrington Stanley get a win? This isn't the time to panic. At the end of the day, we're playing well. We're just not getting the results to show it at the moment. That's the only issue. But apart from that, we're actually looking quite decent. That wasn't the result we expected. What happened? We'll put things right. We will put things right. We just got to wait and try and just get something right. Does defeat today damage the team's confidence? Again, it's that one mistake, and that's all that's been costing us in our games at the minute, is one mistake or decent play by the other side. That's all that's cost us so far. Right then, boys, so we have a youth scouting report. Let's see what players we have in stock today. No one very good at all. I'm not going to lie to you, boys, so I'm going to scout the rest of them further, because I don't really want any of them. Right then, boys, so for our third and final game of today's episode, we have ourselves a game against Lincoln City even. One of the sides that I hold quite dearly to my heart, but at the end of the day, got to come up against them at some point, and today is the day, the third and final game. And it's the game that I'd very much like to change our outcomes on games unfortunately. But like I say, we've been playing well so far this season. This is our 5th game of the career. And yeah, we've been playing well so far. We're just not getting the results to show it at the moment. And hopefully today, well, this game right here can be the game that changes that. But let's get into it and see what we can do. Ball played short. Torre comes to charge down his man. Can't quite get there in time as Paul plays it off. It's now with Davenport. It's now with Poli, in fact. Our man in the midfield runs free of his man and takes it to the wing, where he whips a ball into the centre. McConville on the other end of it. That would have been a very, very nice finish indeed, but unfortunately he slides it just wide of the post in the end. That could have been very, very tasty. Who can't quite get his foot on it in the end. And now Hamilton trying to do his best. One of our centre-backs that we haven't actually played yet I can't remember his name. I think it's Delhi something, but I'll have to double check that. As you see here, no it isn't. It's Rich something, and it's Hopper who has put the ball in the back of the net. So who cares? Because they are now in the lead, and for the 4th game out of 5, we have gone 1-0 down. This time it's a little bit earlier than a couple of them, apart from the last one. But yeah, Hopper clean through our man and takes the shot, and I don't know if he puts it through the keeper's legs, and if he does, that is tragic goalkeeping. No, he doesn't. He puts it between his body and his arm, which is probably worse if anything. But yeah, Hopper makes it 1-0 to Lincoln. Right, ball thrown out. Torre come to try and close his man down, can't quite do so. Sangare wins the ball back though, and now Poli is making the run, and he's made the run perfectly. He takes the shot. Come on, please, please, one of you. Oh my god, how have we had that many shots blocked? Oh wow. Right, ball out wide to Pritchard, takes way too long to receive that, and it's deflected, and that was the closest one to going in the back of the net somehow. That is half time, boys. We are 1-0 down. Poli looking just as threatening as always. The only man on the field really that is actually looking threatening at the moment. No one else really causing any danger to Lincoln. And it's showing in the scoreline really. A couple of poor touches by Poli at critical times has cost him a couple of chances or shots at goal. And he's had a couple of shots, but just not quite what we need at the moment. Can Sangare do anything with the ball? Not at the moment, as it's played into Hooper, and he has got the beating of Perrett, and all ends up, and luckily we've managed to get away with that with a decent block. Now Sangare up to Torre, who has not got the best of pace and anything else, and he's just been knocked clean off the ball here. Luckily, decent defence, if plays hopefully, yes, just wide of the post. House plays a ball over to Hooper. Don't know what Perrett was doing there. And Hopper, sorry, not Hooper. Hopper doing his business down this right-hand side. And now Baba Fernandez doesn't clear up as well as I thought he had in the first place. But luckily that shot goes just wide. Last few minutes, I don't know what to say. House has just sprinted through Fernandez. But again, the pace of Fernandez, sorry, is actually unreal, but luckily we've got away with that one because we should have made the tackle a hell of a lot earlier, and that shot has come in and gone wide. Right, Perrett plays the ball inside. Okay, play the ball off to Field apparently, and now to okay, we can play that in if that was a better pass, but even so, Poli, can he do it? Yes, he can. The only man that I have scored with so far is the young Italian. The 17-year-old has done it again. His second goal in 3 games, and he's bagged that one beautifully into the top corner to put us back on level term. And him and Lowe have a special link-up play because he is the only man that has assisted Poli so far. He's managed to slide it through. It was not the best of passes, but he's slashed that one into the top corner. Beautiful finish in the end. I think it helped the fact that it was on the bounce a little bit, to be fair. And a beautifully placed finish there from the young Italian. Let's go. And now if he has got the pace to outpace Robson, which he looks like he has, and we'll try and work something here. In fact, have a go yourself. Oh, why has he not got good finishing? This man is a 69 rated right wing. Oh my god. I need to get him some better finishing because his finishing is awful and I don't want to get rid of him. And now it's with Field, plays it into Poli, and Field even has managed to get free again from his man, whips a ball nowhere because it goes backwards, but Poli has won the header. Back from Field, back to Poli, hits the shot and it's wide of the post. But they still have a chance. What are they going to do with that chance? That is the question. As Field has come in Field and tried to make a challenge. He hasn't done so. Baba Fernandez is slow on the reaction, but Savin wasn't, and he's got away with that. And the ball has been played upfield now to Field. If you can play it back out to Clark, it's not a good pass again. That is full time, boys. We've managed to come away with a point in the end. Don't know if we really deserved it, but Poli definitely does, just as he does every game that he has played so far. That man alone doesn't deserve to lose a game, and he's the only attacking option that actually looks like scoring whenever we come forward right now, or whenever he gets on the ball. It's absolutely unreal the way he's playing at the moment, and I'm absolutely loving using him. And right now, he is the one that has got us the point. 50 minutes after they scored theirs, he's managed to bag himself one with a very nice finish into the top corner, and manages to save us a point once again. Right then, post-match interview. How can Accrington Stanley get a win? I don't know, mate. I don't know, because I'm doing everything right. Was that a game you could have lost today? No. Yes, it was. I'm lying. But I think we deserve a win at this point. We're playing well enough to get wins. There wasn't much between the teams. What did you make of the result? The players gave me everything. Let's just say that. Especially the man, the 17-year-old Italian. Loving playing with him right now. And that is where we're going to end today's episode, boys. We have played 3 games, got 2 draws and a loss to our name so far. We are in 22nd, which does mean we are in the relegation zone at the moment. But if we keep playing the way we are, we can't be where we are for much longer, because we're playing so well. We're just not getting the results at the moment. It's so frustrating. But in the next episode, we will have ourselves a game against Charlton and a game against MK Dons. So yeah, we're not too far away from the January transfer window right now. Obviously, December's always an absolutely hectic month, but yeah, 3 games left in November. A few games obviously in December, as there always is. It's always the most frustrating time because you always have so many games to play in December when you just want to get to the January transfer window. And especially at the moment, like I say, my main targets, I think I'll speak about this probably a bit more in depth when it comes closer to the time. But I think a left back we probably need, a left mid we need, and a striker I think is what I'm most likely to look for at the moment. Maybe a little bit more of a covering centre-back. I'm not too sure. I probably won't need a centre-back anymore. But A left back, a left mid and a striker are probably going to be my 3 options, with a couple of youngsters thrown into the mix as well. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. If you have, please do leave a like, subscribe if you want to, and I'll catch you in the next episode, boys. Peace.
Rise up from the ashes, wings on my back, stay lit like a matchstick. We ain't coming back, I swear. Just let go and see what happens. Gotta let go to see the magic happen. They got us a quick change, so we like them in phase. I just bought a new watch, time to make my wrist ring. The zero gravity keeps elevating me.